How much do you spend on marketing? What has been your most effective method in promoting organic growth? Best way to grab attention, best way to keep it. What's going on? Ryan Pineda here. You caught us on another episode of Ask Ryan, where I take your questions from Instagram and answer them right here on YouTube. Today's topic is going to be about personal branding. So if you're thinking about how you want to grow your social media or thinking about the branding for your business, you are in the right place with this video. Now, before we get into it, make sure you go to wealthyway.com and join our community. You can get access to our free Discord, our free planner app, and our free online course. So go check it out at wealthyway.com. All right, first question, how do you build a name when you start from nothing and don't have money? So this is a very common thing, but my belief is that anybody can grow their brand regardless of what you're doing. The reality is, if you are trying to grow a brand, that means you're trying to do something with your life, whatever it ends up being, whether it's real estate, whether it's crypto, whether it's just being an influencer and creating funny content. The point is, as long as you document that journey of you starting out, you have a chance to make it. Look no further than people like Mr. Beast. He was just a kid making YouTube videos, trying to be a gamer, and just figure out who he wanted to be. Eventually, he developed into Mr. Beast and this guy who gives away millions of dollars and does crazy challenges, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. So if you're just getting started today, there's no cost to filming content. Pretty much everyone here has a phone. You can film enough content right here with the phone and just figure out what kind of content you want to make that is going to be entertaining to the world. How should you go about legally branding your own name? Now, this is an ironic question because a couple of days ago, I went to trademark my own name. We're filing it. I don't know if it's actually going to go through. From what the trademark attorney tells me, it's pretty difficult to make it happen. But I'm at the point in my career where it could make sense to trademark my own name. It also makes sense for me in forms of social media and trying to go get my name across all the platforms. Right now, I would love to have the @RyanPineda handle everywhere, but I don't because other people have had it for years. Even though they may not have a lot of followers or be active on the accounts, I can't get it. But if I did have a trademark for my own name, it is possible that Instagram or whoever has to give me that name. So I'm trying to do it, but for most people, I don't think you need to trademark your name. It's not really a big deal. The only way that you need to do it is if at some point you become really big and people want to use your name for things that you're not associated with. Bro, question, who edits your real videos like that? I would like to learn. So a lot of people ask me this every time I do a post about social media advice and stuff. So my TikTok editor's name is Ryan McGinn, and I actually had him on my podcast talking about it. I will link down below to his episode. If you're really serious about TikTok and Reels and short form content, you definitely got to go watch that podcast. And you can connect with him on Instagram and see if it's a fit for him to do yours as well. But he is the mastermind behind all of those videos. How much do you spend on marketing? Well, when it comes to my personal brand, I spend around $40,000 a month, and we're actually increasing that in various ways. I'm building out a tech team that is doing some really cool stuff. Now, that's not really around my content per se, but we're basically adding this whole new layer to my personal brand and these products we want to create around it. I'm also getting ready to drop a lot of money on creating content for my brand Future Flipper. Future Flipper is my real estate education company, and right now I'm pretty much the face, and all of the traffic that comes to that company is through my content. But I'm gonna build out our YouTube channel for Future Flipper, as well as our Instagram and TikTok, and pretty much take the exact same processes that I do for my personal brand and apply it to Future Flipper. But on this time around, I'm also going to have my students and coaches create content for that channel. So I'm really excited about it, and it's not quite out yet, but if you go to Future Flipper's YouTube channel, you can go subscribe to that now if you're looking for real estate specific content. So go subscribe to that. How are you able to reposition all of your businesses together so fluidly? You know, I think business is very similar across the board. You've got sales, you've got marketing, you've got operations. I've said this before. The key is that can you get the right people to run those different departments? And if you're going to build multiple businesses, can you keep replicating that over and over again? Can you get a good marketing guy in each company, good salespeople in each company, good operations people in each company? That's going to be the key to running these businesses effectively. Now, for me, when it comes to creating new businesses, I only want to have businesses that my current clients and my other businesses would like to interact with. So if somebody is a student at Future Flipper, they're pretty likely to need taxes at TrueBooks, or maybe invest with me in Pineda Capital, or maybe buy an e-commerce store at Lunar Ecom. We've had many students and many clients interact with multiple companies because they get treated good in one company and so they buy in another. But I don't want to go and create businesses that have nothing to do with them, because now I got to go get a whole new set of clients and customers, and that's a lot of work. I'd rather just cater to my existing client base who already trust me. What are some good tips on how to build more engagement when you post consistently? I think that's the key. Just post consistently. If you only post once a week and you're wondering why no one sees it, it's because you only post one a week. If you start going consistently, people will start tuning in consistently as you get better. Now, they may not watch in the beginning because it's hard to start beginning, but as you grow and as you get time on your side and as you get more reps under your belt, you're gonna get more views. It's just bound to happen with volume, and mainly too because you're gonna start getting better because you're making more videos. As you hone your skills, your videos have to get better. That's just how it goes. What has been your most effective method in promoting organic growth? This is kind of the same advice. Like literally just post as many videos as you possibly can. And I'll give you a good example. We're starting that Future Flipper channel I told you about, right? We don't have many subscribers at all. We're starting it from scratch on all platforms. Well, my strategy is let's post as much as possible. We're planning to do 5 YouTube videos a week. We're planning to do 3 or 4 Instagram Reels a day, 3 or 4 TikToks a day. And by being across all those platforms and posting in heavy volume, the hope is that somebody sees the content somewhere and then it redirects them to the other platforms and they all grow together. It's exactly the same approach I have taken with my personal brand, and we're applying it to my company now. Did you do all the editing yourself in the beginning? So on YouTube, no, I have never edited a YouTube video in my entire life. I don't have any desire to, I don't know how to. When I look at what these guys do on Premiere Pro, my mind just melts. I have no desire to do any of that. But when it came to TikTok, I actually did edit those videos myself, probably like the first 500 videos. I just edited it right there in the TikTok app. I would post it, then I'd go repost that TikTok on Instagram, and that was how I gained hundreds of thousands of followers from myself and my own editing. So for anybody who's saying, oh, I can't figure out how to edit or I don't have time, if I could figure out how to edit, and I'm terrible at stuff like that, and if I could have time to do that many TikToks myself, you have no excuse. Best way to grab attention, best way to keep it. So the best way to grab attention is to hook them in right from the beginning. How quickly you capture the attention is gonna depend on the platform. On TikTok, you literally need to grab their attention within 1 or 2 seconds, because if you don't, they're already swiping up. On YouTube, you've got a little bit longer to grab attention. I would say within the first 30 seconds, the viewer's gonna decide whether or not they wanna watch the rest of their video, so make sure you grab their attention quick. Now, when it comes to keeping their attention, you wanna make sure that you are always keeping them on edge onto the next thing. If you start rambling and nothing is happening, people are gonna get bored and go out of it. So you always wanna keep them going and be quicker paced. Who is better at brand building, OnlyFans or Ryan Pineda? Well, OnlyFans is worth like $1 billion plus, so they're probably doing a better job than me, but they did send me an email asking me to join OnlyFans, so maybe I'm better if they're pursuing me. Everyone says stay in your niche. Is there such a thing as being too niche? Absolutely. You know, I think it just depends on what your overall goal is. You know, if your niche is, say, mobile home investing, then it's a very small niche. There's not really that many people who are interested in mobile home investing. But because you're one of the only people doing it, for anyone who is into that niche, they're gonna wanna do business with you, they're gonna wanna work with you. You can make a lot of money by owning a niche. But here's the downside. You're gonna have a very small audience and there's probably a cap to what you're doing. For me, I would never wanna be in a small niche. You know, even real estate itself is a pretty small niche. This video that I'm doing right now, nothing to do with real estate. We're talking about brand building, just social media and general business. That's a pretty wide audience, but real estate by itself is a small audience, and then there are smaller niches within real estate that are really small. So it really just depends what you want to do. For me, I want to go big, I want to reach a lot of people, and I know I can't do that with just the real estate niche. And so that's why you see me talking about so many different things. Where to start? So if you're serious about social media and you're serious about making content, building your personal brand, The best way to start that I recommend is by getting my Social Media Academy. It goes through everything that I do step by step for creating content across all the platforms, for building out a content team, and for hooking the audience and making sure that they watch your videos. We also talk about how to monetize your content to make sure that you're maximizing those views you're creating for your business. So I'll link to that down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to be featured on the next Ask Ryan, make sure you go follow me on Instagram and submit those questions. Catch you on the next video. Peace.